Now then, peeps, good evening and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. What's going on with my camera there? That looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? Does it? Yeah, it's not sized right. I thought that had happened. But what's that black line outside of there? We're all sorted now, though. Hope you're all doing well. Please smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. We need to be talking. Well, tonight's video, yeah, because I was going to do. Look, normally when I see a shit rumor like Callum Wilson the other day, I think, what's the point? Then yesterday I got tagged in one of Connor Cody, and I go, fuck off, oh yeah, that's not happening. And then we've had all the stuff with Rasmus Hojlund. So I was like, do you know what? Let's talk about this. And this crazy links that are coming out concerning Premier League players because they're agents. Look, every man in his dog. If you're a better man, Leeds United are getting promoted this season. Only Leeds fans will say Leeds United are not getting promoted this season. Everywhere else believes in us. So what we're going to do now, we're going to drum up interest for our players. Yeah. Leeds United, as we know, is always a big ticket item for that sort of stuff. We get linked to players left, right, and centre. We got linked to a right back who was playing, you know, for some team Pirates. We got linked to, we get linked to everybody, is what I'm saying. So expect when we go Premier League, these links to happen. Now, we're going to talk about them individually. However, while this video was in the offing, obviously there was a Daily Record piece, which is a Scottish newspaper. I used to deliver it as a young'un when I was a paper boy to one family on a Saturday. They used to get the Daily Record. Anyway, that was when news agents were news agents, right? And you had paper boys. So they've come out and basically said that the San Francisco 49ers are in takeover talks with Rangers. Yeah. So apparently the bid is at an advanced stage. Now, remember, Leeds United do want a multi-club model. I'm not worried about no Red Bulls. Forget the Red Bull stuff, because Red Bull have also, they also sponsor Atletico Madrid now, I think. Is that right? I think they're due to or do. So it's like, I don't know if do they? Can someone fact check that for me? So anyway, that's that. So maybe, and I don't know, we'll have to do some fact finding, but can you own a club in the same, I know it's not the same country, but it's in Great Britain, isn't it? But they did say they want a multi-club model. If you remember that Greta Steinson got a promotion, didn't he? Greta Steinson got a promotion, and his promotion was to do with a multi-club model. That was the general consensus. So obviously Joe Donahue has saw this, or people at the YEP have saw this. Oh, there you go then. I didn't know that. Someone check that. Yeah? So maybe Bournemouth own Hibs as well. So, and they're American owned as well, aren't they? So didn't Mike Ashley? Well, there you go then. So that's debunked. That's debunked because they're not the same country, so they can. Okay. Just someone put that on Twitter, and I was thinking, maybe Great Britain and all that. Maybe. Anyway, so that's was in the Daily Record. And then the YEP, Joe Donahue and co, have then obviously spoken to, or tried to speak to the football club. I think Joe Donahue's tweet reads like this. Just bear with us 1 minute. His tweet basically says, Leeds United chairman. I'll share my screen. It's always easy, isn't it? Big up to Joe Donahue. So, Chairman Parag Marathe is named as part of a US consortium in talks over a buyout for Scottish Premier side Rangers, according to sources north of the border. Leeds Rangers and 49ers enterprises have declined to comment. Now, this is the most important thing, because we've seen over time when the club have been asked if it's something that's not got any weight, they will say. The fact that 3 entities, both Leeds, Rangers and 49ers, have all declined to comment makes me believe that this is a lot further down the road than anyone else would have us believe, or the club would have us believe. So, yeah, so this was the original piece. So San Francisco 49ers in Rangers takeover talks and stunning bid is at an advanced stage. So it says, if an agreement can be thrashed out, the Ibrox club stand to benefit from a major cash injection from the American backers. So here's where it is glorified, because I'd love to know where the huge, major cash injection was in Leeds United. Because I don't see no major cash injection in Leeds United. Do you? You know? AJW says, I'm a 49ers Rangers Leeds fan. This is too weird. Maybe you are the man behind it. You know? Maybe you are the man behind it. So let's jump back in. Let's jump back in. So it goes on to say, Rangers are at the center of a potentially transformative US-led takeover bid. Is it transformative? Would you say it's transformative? Have they transformed Leeds United? You know I'm quite negative on them. It is what it is, you know. So it says the Daily Record has learned top-level discussions over a multi-million-pound investment began before the turn of the year, so before Christmas, and they are now to believe to be at an advanced stage. And if agreement can be thrashed out, the Ibrox club stand to benefit from a major cash injection, which would then fund a spending splurge in the summer transfer market. Do you believe that they will have a spending splurge? Listen, if there are any Rangers fans, because I know there are dual supporting Scottish and English fans. Don't want to go into politics of it and all that sort of stuff, but it happens, right? I believe. I may be wrong. Again, I'm not educated enough in that. But yeah. I mean, Yorkshiremen, not asking them to spend 100 million. I'm not doing that. But my point is, this isn't about what they've done. I'm saying, will they get a major cash injection? Because we haven't seen that. All I've seen is sales. Yeah. Where's the rest of the article gone? 1 second. Where's the rest of the bloody article gone? There we go. So let's just see. There we go. Let's share that again. So sources from south of the border have confirmed one of the key men behind the proposal is Leeds United chairman Parag Marathe, the man in charge of the NFL Giants investment arm. Marathe is also executive vice president. Sorry, I put my teeth in. Who is also executive vice president of football operations in San Francisco, was the architect of the takeover of Ellen Road. Yeah, okay. It's understand he is now part of a consortium, including at least one higher net worth American business mogul, which hopes to restore Rangers to the top of the Scottish game after years spent languishing in the shadow of old firm rivals Celtic. The American consortium plans to snap up enough shares to become the single shareholder in the club and would likely demand seats in a new look boardroom. The finer details behind the move are not yet clear, but the current configuration of major shareholders means that any deal will be complicated. So we'll have to wait and see what that means. It says, while Marathe has not played a leading role in the takeover, it is understood he has agreed to help fund it as his group closes in on a deal to oversee a revolutionary transfer of power in the boardroom. In return, not only would Rangers receive a massive injection of transfer cash, but the club would also gain access to the... it's bullshit, though, isn't it? I'm sick of hearing this. Would gain access to the 49ers cutting-edge data-driven technology for player recruitment. Fuck off. It's all bullshit. Do you know what, as well? And I've been wanting to speak on this. You know I'm ready to shoot guns on them and all that stuff. And I heard it from Chris McMenemy. Whatever his name is, his last name. I'm sorry, Chris. But I heard it from Chris, and I thought it was a great point. Because do you remember Do you remember the discussion of them not being involved in any of the contracts and all that sort of stuff? And I'm sorry to go back to historical things here, but it really blew my mind when I heard it, because all them people that do gas up the 49ers and their work so far, to a certain extent, I still think they could push that envelope, you know, that little bit further and all that sort of stuff. That's by the by. But on the Take Us Home documentary, I think it's the, I mean, Southie, no disrespect, bro. You put this on nearly all my videos. It's not watch, go back. Does my head in that. I'm only sat here regurgitating news of what news is saying. So chat to them, not me. Does me head in. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah. On the episode, the Dan James episode, right? There is a meeting on the January transfer window. Yeah. There's a meeting in the January transfer window where Victor Orta is presenting to a group of people about the plan for that January window. 49ers are present in that room. The 49ers are present in that room. It's mad. They're present in that room. I can't. This doesn't mean that. God, my God. Sorry. 149ers fan channel already lapping up like the good doggies. I don't know what you. I don't know possibly what and who you could mean. But there's no fucking. This doesn't mean Red Bull. For me, what this means is more of a case of a multi-club model. That's all I would say. Do you feel it will hurt us? I don't know. Probably not. And the reason I say probably not, and I think Ryan Powler Higgins put a great comment earlier on, saying it is a great investment because parallels between Leeds and Rangers are obvious. It's a wise investment. I think so. I agree so. Yeah, that's the point, Nige. Yeah, but I've always maintained that, haven't I? I've always maintained that. That's just my thought process. And that it is what it is. You know, if you remember when we signed the deal, for example, Victor had a 49ers hat, shirt on. But listen, it is what it is. Owners will never be trusted, right? Don't trust them. Yeah. Someone says, so why am I so negative on them? I think they've certainly steadied the ship. They've made good acquisitions. I just think owners are just shitbags. Full stop, really. Yeah. They're making changes that put cash in their pocket, which I get. Like everyone's raving about the stadium expansion, of course, amazing, but a lot of that will go to corporate. All this sort of stuff, I don't know. Anyway, that's by the by. It's irrelevant, I guess. Just interesting to see, you know, the announced or proposed takeover potentially of Rangers. And I think Ryan makes a great point just a second ago about it being a bit. It's not great, right? It's not great, but UEFA club competitions, as it says here. This is important to think about, that UEFA elite competitions, they have operated on a regular basis in these, and it would be a sound investment, I guess. Yeah, well, I don't know. I think Tony Bloom's all right. I mean, the Bournemouth owners are fucking shit, aren't they? We're going to say that because they're being successful. Show you a good source. Yeah, no worries. Well, I think this is where I would say it's a good source, the YEP. So they've actually published that tonight, and they've asked for. I think the key thing to note here for you all Leeds Highway 71 is this here. I think that Leeds, Rangers, and 49ers have all declined to comment. I find that quite interesting because if there was nothing in it, they'd pie it. They'd just totally kibosh it, but they haven't done that. And obviously, YEP worthy enough to run with the story. Like you say there, it's at advanced stage. It's suggested the consortium plans to acquire enough shares, relinquish their estate, naming 7 such persons with individual holdings between 5 and 15% each. Marates. So there's your piece. There you go. Major Rangers PLC shareholder Dave King has previously gone on record to state the club needs new investment. And as is the point here, I don't think this means anything for Red Bull. It's more a case of that they want a multi-club model. And like Speed said there, Manchester City have it, Chelsea have it with their Clear Lake group. A lot of clubs do this now. And that's why, let's not forget, this happened. But he was still at the football club. You know, like people say, oh, he doesn't even work for us anymore. He does. He was changed under the 49ers umbrella to be called something like head of multi-club operations. Well, they didn't have a multi-club at that point. You know? I don't think they're selling us by it at the end of the day. I'm just having a look at some of your comments as they come in. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. There you go. Bournemouth owner owns 25% of Hibs. Rangers will be a good place to send. I don't think it works like that. Well, maybe it does multi-club models, actually. See, I don't think it does. I don't. Why would they want to exit Leeds United on the cusp of going into the Premier League? Won't make sense. Radrazani held on to Leeds United far too longer than he should have because of that. Oh. An American investment fund sells £100 million of assets in Leeds United's players and puts in an offer for Rangers. Couldn't make it up. Oh, that's a good point when you put it like that, Herbie. I don't know how that works, but yeah, that's a good point. We didn't spend a jot. They won't gain enough to sell us. Yeah, I agree. If they're going to sell Leeds United, it will be towards the top end. They're not going to sell us. I don't think it would, though. I think, look, as disparaging at times I am towards the 49ers while we're in their gear, big up Boss Nas, they're good. They're good. They're good. They're sound. They are about the money, and in order to be about the money, you've got to know what you're doing, and they will. You know, they're investing in the stadium, as we know. You know, they're doing all. Premier League status is a risky venture. They're not going to do that. You think they get promoted, exit, go to Rangers, and sell us? Like, it's not going to happen. 100%. I don't think it's anything to do with Red Bull. Red Bull, for me, are not. I don't think they're going to take any club over. I think they're just looking to invest. They've done it with Atletico Madrid with their sponsor. I know they bought shares in Leeds United, but yeah, I'm not too concerned. I'm not too concerned, to be honest. That's just where my head's at, you know. But yeah, I'm not concerned. More will be revealed, no doubt. More will be revealed over the coming weeks and months, no doubt. What about Manchester City, by the way, getting absolutely walloped? Madness. It's a madness, isn't it? It is a madness, but they are done. Wiped out. They're done out here. But let's get on to what I wanted to talk about, yeah? Some transfer stuff. Yeah, the cultural asset, all that sort of stuff. Can we just get an Arab owner? Just give it. Well, mate, we had Arab owners, but they were skint Arabs. You know what I mean? I very much feel with the 49ers, a lot like Liverpool, because of their model, we'll always be wanting more. We'll always be wanting more. I don't think they'll ever fully push the envelope out. And can you really complain? Because we're going to get promoted. Liverpool fans complain. I know they drew tonight, but they're going to win the league. They're going to win the league. They won stuff under Klopp while never really spending. Of course, they spent on Van Dijk and Alisson that time, but then not massive amounts when you look at some of the competitors. So, I don't know. Yeah, that'll be interesting as well. Listen, I don't know the politics. I don't know about the religion stuff on this side. I genuinely don't know what it means. But there'll be some Leeds fans that are, I assume, Celtic fans also, or have certain leanings. So it'll be interesting just on that respect with the Irish and also Protestants and Catholics, I believe. I don't know what I'm speaking about, so I don't want to speak too much on it and put my foot in it. But surely there might be some that would be frustrated by this, potentially. I don't know, though. Would need someone who I think maybe Joe would probably be able to speak on that. I think. I reckon. Yeah, I reckon. Some will be, yeah. I'd have thought so. Almost our anniversary. Big up. Who is that though? Who is that? Jerry's a Celtic fan. So there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. Talk to me. How would you feel about it? 101 Art Club. Like, what? How would you feel about it? Yeah, anniversary. I get it. Broski. So just interested to get your take on it. Anyway, right. Okay, let's get stuck into what I originally wanted to talk about. So, here we go. So, this is what was out just the other day. So, Burnley told to join Leeds United in Callum Wilson transfer race. I feel, personally, Callum Wilson's time at Newcastle is coming to an end. Yeah, he's not playing. He's always injured. Alexander Isak is ahead of him. There's a lot of talk about Isak moving, and all these clubs just believe for a second they can come and take Isak, like Newcastle are going to go, yeah, take him. I don't think Isak's going anywhere, personally. They've got to get Champions League. They might. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But on the Callum Wilson shout, fully fit Callum Wilson, he wouldn't come to Leeds United. Fully fit Callum Wilson, I'd take in a heartbeat. Callum Wilson is of a stage of his career now where he he won't be able to be fit. And we're going into the Premier League with Pirro. You need someone who you can rely on. And there is a little bit of this. I'd love to know how many injuries he's got. But yeah, listen, great goal scorer, quality player. But again, for me, it's potentially agent talk. It's potentially agent talk. Another one that I got tagged in by our very own Locks, right? Leeds interested in Connor Cody. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Again, for me, agent talk. Again, Connor Cody putting the feelers out. Connor Cody is only ever good in a back three. We're not talking in terms of level or quality or what they do. We're talking in terms of injury. That's it, Philip. Only injury. They're definitely not. Definitely not same. Is it April? Exactly. Connor Cody, never happening. Exactly. We'll take Connor Cody for his card tricks. Connor Cody's not going to happen, folks. Reason I say that is he was at Wolves, yeah, played in a back three, great card tricks, went to England. How he gets in the England setup is just because he's good at card tricks. No worries, Luke. Have a good one, mate. Then he goes to Everton. Again, eventually drops out of the side, goes to Leicester, barely plays in the Championship, not fancied. Now, why are Leeds United going there? They're not going to. So again, when you see stuff like this, and all of it can be is that Leeds United are now getting close to the Premier League. And because Leeds United are now getting close to the Premier League, this stuff's gonna happen. Like I said at the start, if you are a betting man, you're putting your money on Leeds United getting promoted. So again, Connor Cody, not happening for me. Now, this one is interesting. I actually don't think Rasmus Hojlund is a bad player. But again, that's not going to happen. Rasmus Hojlund was bought by Manchester United for like 70 million. He's another that's been linked. Eyeing a shocking transfer move for Rasmus Hojlund. I actually think Rasmus Hojlund will be half decent in the Leeds United shirt. There'll be some people that'll go, give over, blah, 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 blah. But he won't be too bad, you know. He won't be too bad. Like, he's not a bad player. Man United's where players go to die. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen Anthony leave there, the £90 million flop, and gone to Real Betis, and now he's involved at player at month over in Spain. We've seen McTominay go to Napoli and rip it up. We've seen Rashford starting for Villa tonight. Now, listen, if he's loaned out, fair enough, but 72 million just 2 years ago. And Rasmus Hojlund always needed to play alongside a striker, like in terms of he needed someone ahead of him. But he was thrust into the limelight like he's going to be our main guy. Confidence done. Not going to, he's always going to struggle there. But I just don't see a situation. I mean, I'd love to know what Rasmus is on. What do you think he's on? He'll be on a hell of a lot of money as well. I'm going to have to check. I'm going to have to check. Let's have a look. Club. Manchester United. Rasmus Hojlund. 85 grand a week. 85 grand a week. Not paying that, are we? 85 grand a week. I don't know, actually. Premier League wages. It's not that bad, is it? So, yeah. 85 grand a week. That can't be right. I was going to say they've got Rashford on 75 here, but obviously part of his wage will be getting paid by Villa, won't it? Listen, Delap again. I'd love Delap, but I can't see it happening. But yeah, Rasmus Hojlund, I actually don't think he's a bad player. I think he could be a success at Leeds United. He does love to wrestle a bit. But anyway, Ben Jacobs was talking to Team Talk, and he's put more likely candidates forward that Leeds United could sign. Those being Cameron Archer, who is someone we were linked with. He's going to be getting relegated with Southampton. He'll be available. They've also mentioned Wilson Isiodor. I'd take Isiodor in a heartbeat. He can hold it up. He can play on the shoulder. He's got pace. He knows where the back of the net is. Isiodor for Leeds United will be buzzing. Get Isiodor and Pirro. Them two. Happy days. I would take Wilson Isiodor. Norwich City forward Josh Sargent. He is a great player. I genuinely believe this. I think he would suit Leeds United. The only problem is he cannot be relied upon. He cannot be relied upon. Again, he's so injury prone. And another one they've mentioned is Nice's Ivan Guessand. I don't know anything about him. Mate, I'd take Tammy Abraham in a heartbeat. Whether or not we'd be able to get him is another thing. Michael, if Burnley don't go up for Trafford, they do. If they do, you're not getting either of them. You're not getting either of them, mate, at all. I don't mind Sargent, but again, he is so injury prone. Guesson from Nice, excellent player. I don't know enough about him. I don't know. I think he could do it, mate. Isiodor will be mine. Sorry, mate. It probably wasn't a get. Sorry, Southie. I do apologise, my man. Please, from me to you, I'm sorry. I don't have a clue, mate. I don't have a clue. I can't. If I was to look at the league that we're in, Isiodor, Czech Vertadze, Estev, Trafford, Hamer. I like O'Hare. I hate him, but I like him, if you know what I mean. Vinny Souza, Arblaster, them teams that are up there. Chris Rigg. Dennis Sirkin. Enzo Lafitte. All these sort of stuff. But yeah, but you're going to struggle anyway. Sean. You're going to struggle anyway. So, boy, you signed. I'm not too sure on, if I'm honest. Shrewsbury Hall again, mate. Brighton wanted him. I get it, but I disagree, mate. I think he's a good player. And he'll probably get a look in the Prem, and we'll see, won't we? No, I agree. I'm just based on players in the league. Yeah, no, I agree with you. And I think that's what the club will do. We've seen that, right? We've seen that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm on about just in the league. I'm not saying we go do that. To be honest. Jimmy Varda. I'd love Tammy Abraham. Joe Bellingham and Enzo got taken. Mad. Yeah, good shouts. All good shouts. But I think you'd struggle to get you would struggle to get them, I think. How many signings? Not sure about Boyer signs, but likes O'Hare. Disagree, Kilgallen. Boyer signs couldn't get in that Norwich side last season. You're looking at his numbers. Who does Boyer signs start ahead of in Leeds United? I think O'Hare gives us something different. Just my thought. Does he play off the left, Boyer Saints? I know he did last season for a little bit, or is he playing more central this season? I'm not seen enough of Norwich, so I couldn't really comment. So, yeah. Phillips, I think there's a possibility. 100%, that's a good shout, mate. Good shout. Scored tonight, I believe. Yeah. Which current players do you think of our starting 11 are Prem ready? I would say centre backs. Strauch, Rodon, Bogle, Not sure on Firpo. I think Firpo could leave, but I think he deserves an opportunity. Midfield is sound, genuinely. I'd still like us to get box-to-box beast of an 8, crashing in late into the box, scoring goals, etc. Wingers, okay, yeah, they are. Strikers, we need additions. I'm not only saying Isiodor because of that, Sean. I don't know what you're on about. Stop just chatting shit. Get Tony and Duran. That would be nice. Yeah, but I don't mind the centre backs. We need an addition there. Midfield, I like my midfield. 10, we need something. The wingers are okay. Yeah, man. Anyway, well, listen, I didn't want to keep you all night either. Like I say, it's 10:30. I'm starting. Yeah, Jordan Bataka. He'll get stickier, but if Dan James is a Premier, what do you mean? I think Dan James. Listen, I'd have said no before, but Dan James killing it. So underrated by things. So why not? I'd love Tony. You're not getting him though. We get a Rodrigo type man. Rodrigo wasn't the right striker for Leeds United at the time. I'm not sure. Someone will return now. Yeah, we'll see anyway. We'll see. But yeah, look, more will be revealed in the coming days over this. More will be revealed over the coming days over this Rangers stuff. Jonathan David, yeah, Pavlidis, yeah, but again, you'll struggle at you. But then again, the Premier League, you never know. You never know. Indian Joe says, what's with the Premier League chat? We ain't there yet. We will be. I'm confident. 13 games to go. I'm looking for some, but we'll be there. We'll be there. Win on Monday night, we're laughing, aren't we? Win on Monday night, we're laughing. But listen, I'm gonna bid you adieu. Smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell. Tomorrow's Thursday, which probably means White Rose and Rivals. I'm also on Sheffield United Way at 7. Maybe there'll be something else depending on what we hear. And then on Friday we'll have presser reaction, and we've got Burnley versus Wednesday, which I think will be a draw. And then we might play for a draw Monday night, you know. You never know. Anyway, I think presser will be Friday, Andrew, with us playing on Monday. So, yeah, I think that's when that'll be. But thanks as always for watching. Have a nice evening, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds.